Good evening. My sincere regrets and apologies for not being here in person this evening. Our trip has been in the planning for over a year, but my decision to run for the office of the mayor was much more recent. I am currently on a cruise ship that just set sail. For those of you who don't know me, my family and I moved to Elk Ridge 11 years ago. My wife and my very best friend and our 5 children. I have 4 that are married with children of their own, and our special sweet Melissa still lives with us here. Much of what I share with you tonight can also be found on my website, which is simply halshelley.com. I'd encourage you to visit the site and leave questions or comments for me. I'll respond to you as the internet connections become available on the ship. I've chosen to run for mayor out of a desire to serve the good people here in Elk Ridge. We have thoroughly enjoyed the quiet, friendly atmosphere that well describes our little city. The good people who live here have impressed me with their generosity and friendliness. I want to give back and do what I can to help maintain and further that type of community spirit. My service in city government has been limited to involvement as the president of the Ambulance Association in Mapleton and the necessary interaction with city staff and officials there. My employment experience has been that of a teacher for the LDS Church for 35 years. I retired 2 years ago. I have enjoyed visiting recently with many of the citizens and staff here in Elk Ridge and have heard expressed a variety of concerns. Among those include high utility costs, restrictive codes and policies, lack of code enforcement, nuisance ordinances, both for and against the current policies, the way city funds were being used or misused, etc. As I have listened to these concerns, I tried to understand the perspective of those expressing them. I tried to get additional insight from current and former city employees and elected officials and others familiar with the issues. In many of the situations, I believe that a lack of information and communication slanted feelings and views. Recently, an individual approached me about an issue and was frustrated about what he thought was happening, that it was a big mistake. After listening to him, I was able to give him correct information and found that he was pleasantly surprised at the truth about the circumstance. I am pleased to get the monthly newsletter and view the city website. I feel that both could be a great source of correct information and an excellent way for the city officials to convey pertinent information to the citizens. It is also very important for the citizens to express their concerns to the mayor, the city council, and office staff, and to be able to do so with confidence that their concerns will be honored and carefully considered. City council and planning meetings are generally open to the public with a forum available to hear concerns. I highly encourage attendance and participation. If elected as your mayor, I will keep an open door and an open mind. Communication to me, both ways, is very important. Our utility costs, especially water, seem to be a common concern. I will encourage practical efforts that can address this issue. Some efforts are already underway now to help in that regard, and I will help in any way that I am able to see if I can do more and have done more to be able to reduce those costs. I've often also heard concerning the codes that address landscaping and general upkeep. I'm hearing strong sentiment from both sides. This is a hot and a divisive issue. Honoring personal property rights is a high priority for me. Respecting the personal property rights of our neighbors is as important as that of our own. True respect must have a mirror image. I will work hard to help both sides of an issue to be properly respected and represented before final decisions. I've learned that a city budget is multifaceted. I want to fully understand how it functions and properly administer where, why, and how those dollars are spent, and understand the various sources from which those funds come. I really want the public to feel welcome to communicate with the mayor, the city council, and the office staff. Without your input, city decisions will be left to the best discretion of those elected and hired. I will do all that I can to be open to the public, to help you be aware of the actions of the city, and hope you will express yourself in order to help us to make good decisions. I highly encourage you to visit my website to learn more about me and to express your concerns. Again, I will try to monitor that site while I am gone and respond to any of your concerns and questions as the internet becomes available. I love our community and the good friends and the neighbors who live here with me. I would be honored to serve as best as I possibly possibly can if given the opportunity. I have the time to serve, and I'm looking forward to November 8th. Likewise, I have great respect for those who are also running for this office and will lend my full support if either of them is elected. Thank you very much.